Hi everybody, I'm continuing to have fun pouring flowers. I'm getting great feedback from the flowers. A lot of other people are having fun. I tell you guys are really enjoying the flowers, getting lots of views. Flowers are so universal, so why not? Now today I have a variation I'm going to do. In some of my previous videos you've probably noticed that I've done some really big, bold, single flowers. Big, bold, single subject flowers. So today I'm going to do something a little different. My flowers are going to be smaller and more delicate, and there's going to be more of them. And I have a slightly different approach. But here's what we're going to do. This is how I'm going to start off. I have a long rectangle, which I love, and I'm going to start off with this white background as I did in these other flower techniques. So let's go get right after it. It's always better to show than tell. So let's go. Here we go with the white background. Just going to spread it around with my favorite tool. Try and get it somewhat even, but it's not a big deal. I'm not going to spend a lot of time spreading. That looks good enough. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do that's a variation is I'm going to start off with the foliage this time. I have a nice green here that's going to be my foliage, and I want to use it sparingly. But here we go. I'm just going to put a few stripes of this, and then we're going to tinker with it a little bit. Now I also have, for a slight variation, I have a little bit of a darker green, but I don't want a lot of it, so I'm going to use it with my stick. I'm going to put it on with my stick. I want this to look like a wild field of flowers. This is not a bouquet of flowers. And then, to make this fun, I'm going to use my little spatula, and I'm going to drag this around. I'm thinking about flowers and their branches and leaves, but I want to leave a lot of white space, so I'm just kind of messing around in the paint here. I'm just having fun in the paint. I want to make sure there's plenty of white space. Sort of thinking about leaves a little bit. Let this one go off the edge. What the heck? Break up this a little bit. You can see there's cells coming up, which is always fun. I have a few drops of silicone in my colors. That's where these cells come from, and it's one of the fun things about pouring is when you get cells. Okay, I'm spending a little more time on the foliage than I have in those previous flower videos because this is an important backdrop here to what I'm getting ready to do. But I don't want to overdo it. Okay, lots of white space. Now what I have is I have two pinks. One is a fluorescent and one is a little darker, more quiet pink. I like having the variation. So instead of pouring, I want these flowers to be small. So instead of pouring, which is hard to control, I'm going to take my stick and just drop some pink. I'll start out with this fluorescent pink. I'm going to do maybe a dozen of these. I'm going in the white space, but I'm also going to go into the green on some of them, so there's plenty of variety. This one go off the edge. I always like it when the subject goes off the edge in a couple of places. That way it looks like it's going on and on off to the sides. Find a couple places here. There's randomness. I'm looking for randomness because nature is wild and random. Let's see, that looks, I'll do one more here. Now again, I'm trying to control my amounts here, not do too much. So here's the darker pink. This was an accidental one there, so I'll make it into a flower. The accidents quite often become really nice little features. You're just letting this stuff happen. This is the fun part. See what happens. Okay, there's the two colors of pink. I'm going to turn it this way again. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use a drinking straw and I'm going to blow on these flowers a little bit. They're not going to go too big, but I do want them to change their shapes a little bit. So here we go. Just little short blasts. You know, let me look here. It seems a little lonely here in the center. I'm going to try one more flower. Just because I put these flowers down doesn't mean I can't change something. I'm going to try for something very small. It seemed like this area here needed something to keep it right. Here we go. See, that's a nice little flower. You see the cells coming up? I have silicone in my colors, just a few drops of silicone. Looks really cool. Now, what I'm going to do as a final touch, I'm going to add a center to these flowers. I have a nice bright yellow. Just going to be a dot. Just using the tip of a straw to dot this in. If I poured, it would be way too much. Do that little one. You can't totally control this, so you just see what happens. This one's kind of cute right there. Nice centers. Gives you a nice, bright, cheerful look. Now I have some gold, so for some variety on just a couple of them, I'm going to add just a really the smallest amount that I can. 3, just I'm picking a few at random. I'll do this one. I'm going to put a little gold in this little drop here. It looks like a flower that hasn't bloomed yet. Now again, for some more variety, I'm going to blow on some of these, but not all of them. So let me try this one that has the gold in it. Made the center bigger and some cells are coming up. I'm going to do this one. This one. And again, I want to restrain myself from doing them all. I have a tendency to want to, you have fun with one and you want to do them all. But variety is the key when you're doing these nature floral type things. The splatters are nice. These little pink splatters happened on their own when I was traveling around. See, I have some flowers going off the edge, which I always like. We've got some different shapes. This one's really nice. This is one of my favorites. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a look. I'm reassessing what we have. You can always keep tinkering, but I'm looking at what I have here and I think I'm going to stop. You can always do something later, but what I try to do is not overwork a painting. You want it to look spontaneous. You want it to look like it was so easy, which it was, right? It was easy. I mean, I did this in just a few minutes without thinking about it too much. So there it is. It's a field of flowers. I have a lot of ideas for more flower paintings. I just keep, one painting leads to the next. Every time I do something, I think of something else. So if you like painting flowers, guaranteed you're going to see more from me in the future. And if you like this video, I also have a Patreon page. It helps me keep the videos going. Visit me on Patreon. I have a lot of other content on there, written posts and videos that behind the scenes type things. So I hope you'll check it out, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment. And I also have links to all the supplies that I used down below, so check it out. It's in a pinned comment. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out my other flower videos, the big bold ones. So now you can do bold, you can do a little more refined, you can spend time on the background, which I did here. Totally different than these, right? Totally different. So here we go. Give it a try. We'll see you next time.